Patient here, Mark. And for this laboratory number 1 assignment, I'm going to be measuring resting, exercise, and recovery heart rates. So first and foremost, I'm going to be measuring the resting heart rate after my subject here has already been resting for a minute to properly measure his resting heart rate, which he's already done so. So I'm going to go ahead and start measuring his heart rate utilizing the radial artery. Could you have your palm facing up? I'm going to put my 2 fingers measuring his heart rate on the wrist right underneath, directly underneath his thumb. And I'm simultaneously going to start my stopwatch once I first feel that first heartbeat, starting at 0. So starting now, 0. And I'm going to count all the way, and then once this stopwatch hits 30 seconds, I'm going to multiply the heartbeat I'm measuring right now by 2, and that's going to be the heartbeats per minute. All right, now transitioning. You can end the video. Now moving on to the next step for measuring the resting heart rate. I'm going to be measuring my patient's resting heart rate while they're standing. So let me see, measuring the radial artery again. And again, I'm going to be starting the stopwatch as soon as I feel that first heartbeat and stopping it at 30 seconds and multiplying that heartbeat by 2 to get beats per minute. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now transitioning onto the supine position. Moving on to the last resting position for measuring resting heart rate on my subject. They're now laying down in the supine position. So laying down on the ground with the torso and face facing up towards the ceiling. Again, I'm going to be utilizing the radial artery to measure beats per minute. As soon as I feel that first pulse, I'm going to simultaneously start the stopwatch again, end at 30 seconds, multiply by 2, and that's going to be beats per minute. So again, using the radial artery directly underneath the thumb. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, moving on. That's it. You're supposed to be marching now before she starts. So you need to start.
Just start.
Measuring the exercise heart rate, my patient just got done marching at 60 steps per minute. And so now I'm going to measure their heart rate after the minute of marching to get their exercise heart rate. Again, using the radial artery. 7, 8, 9. Right. Moving on.
2, 3.
All right, so now moving on to the next step of measuring the exercise heart rate. My patient essentially just did the same workout, but at a higher intensity at 120 steps per minute. And so now I'm going to measure their heart rate again at the 1 minute mark. Let's start at 30 seconds right now. All right, moving on. Recovery heart rate. My patient has now been sitting for a minute. So now I'm going to measure the heart rate utilizing the radial artery again and starting at 30 seconds. This concludes the assignment.